I would like to invite our first presenter to the stage. Dave Mowat is the president and CEO of ATB Financial, and his presentation is called Light It Up, YEG.
Sorry, I'm a little slow here. There we go. Yeah, he needs a mic. But what if we took the lead from that picture and followed the hallway toward the light? Because Paris did it. Paris has had an affair with light for a long time. Paris in any season is about the lights. And like tourists, we're like moths flocking to Paris, attracted from all around the world. And then when that already spectacular Eiffel Tower bursts into sparkles on the hour, it takes your breath away. It sends a message, just like Budapest sends a message too. And to me, that message is we can't do anything here about our weather or the dark or the latitude that our city is located in. But we build things to make our lives better. We build houses, parks, theaters, arenas, and bridges. By lighting them up, we can light up our own lights along with them. Because you know that people feel better when the things get lit up. New York tells the same story here. When the lights come on, a crowded, smelly city becomes a beautiful one. Look at the lights of the Brooklyn Bridge. They look like upside-down northern lights. And you know, as a banker, it's all about the numbers. If you're proposing a big project, you want to get the facts and figures up front and on the table early. This is the electrical equation that creates light. Kind of pretty cool. But it's also the equation for happiness, because light makes people happy. Lighting up bridges can up the happiness quotient in Edmonton. And this is what thousands of LEDs look like in Vancouver, the Lionsgate Bridge. There's a sense of dance of light, a dance with a bejeweled partner with a plunging neckline. Maybe for that reason they were called Gracie's Pearls. But Vancouver did it to welcome the world for Expo 86, and it's become a signature picture ever since. Now, it's not that we don't love light here in Edmonton. We still run outside when the northern lights come and it becomes a happening. You know, congregating on the street in tacky flannel pajamas has a way of breaking the social ice. But these lights are still the best show on the biggest flat screen out there. It's just we don't bring that light show down to earth enough. But photographers and other artists do it all the time. They can celebrate the most common objects in the most common places with simply a bathing of light. Take this photograph. We can all marvel together on the spectacular highlights of a surface of a tomato. And people sell you stuff use lights too. Sometimes it gets a bit garish, but it captures and keeps your attention. Look at the Christmas stars. Look at the boots. Look at the Mustang lurking in the dark. And even the family looks a little bit better under the light. Not exactly Times Square, but they've succeeded in getting us to notice their goods. And the filmmakers, they sell us our dreams and really have one weapon, light. Now, I'm not saying Nicole Kidman looks bad in the dark, but just look what light does for her. And I think that dress looks like it's made out of garbage bags. Without light, lifeless things stay lifeless. Worse still, they can even become invisible at night. This is the Grote Bridge. Have you ever seen a postcard of the Grote Bridge at night? Have you ever stopped to look or stopped to photograph the Grote Bridge at night? Probably a little low on the Kodak moment meter, eh? So this is what the Grote Bridge could look like at night. Do you remember that light bright toy that we had as kids? You guys go ask your grandparents. We can give the bridges of Edmonton a light bright makeover. People would stop to look and would take pictures. Where we have nothing now, we can create a visually pleasing asset with just a splash of light. And this is the high-level bridge, our signature bridge. Except you can't really read the signature when the light goes down. And to all but civil engineering geeks and bolt manufacturers, it's really kind of ugly in a way that a pug is cute as a dog. This is what it might look like if we apply a little light and a little bit makeup to it, and it really could be that nighttime signature of the city, winter or summer. During the seasons, I suppose we could even change the colors, maybe green and gold, copper and blue if they ever play. It's a high-level attraction. Ooh. But here's the mighty low-level bridge. We called it the singing bridge when I was a kid. And by their nature, bridges connect. They bring you from there to here. And when we're trying to convince people to move to Edmonton, let's stop pretending that Edmonton doesn't get dark and cold. It does. But let's throw some light on the issue. This is the singing bridge with a little song and dance added. Could some color light help change the way people look at Edmonton? Could it change the way we reflect on our own city? Maybe we could even build a little municipal self-esteem. What if our show and tell had just a little bit more show? But okay, as a banker, what's this all going to cost? Got dollar signs coming up. Shouldn't we save our money for filling potholes? I think we can actually do this without a dime from taxpayers. There might be ways for all of us to contribute, and I think the corporate community would stand up and be interested in raising the money. And what about energy waste and visual pollution? You got to figure, though, that our friends at EPCOR or Capital Power, who helped us get here tonight, know some green way to do this. And as for the visual pollution argument, I think it might be blotted out by the beauty of those bridges themselves. Now, you don't have to take my word for this. The good artist of light, Van Gogh, said, "I think that the night is more alive with richly colors than the day." The other Van, the great artist of life, Van Morrison, ask your grandparents, gave us the value proposition for this back in 1972, and it's turn on your electric light. To sum it up, light brings out our beauty. We live in a city that we know to be beautiful, but one that just might need a little light to turn heads. We can take a look at those long, dark nights and make them an asset. Put a little skip in our evening step and create a view and 1,000 pictures to share with the world. Thank you.